Hey guys, it's Egwin from Scope of Life and Beyond Systems again. This is part, 1.1 of how much effort should it actually take to maintain a healthy structure. And in this short video, I just want to touch on this idea of lazy hours and how I deal with lazy hours in regards to keeping up my posture or my healthy movement and so on. And first of all, what's really important to me is I don't consider anything that I do in regard to my posture to be a lazy hour. I consider my posture as well as my movement permanently as my life. And I think that's very important. That also describes a major difference here. And let me just get into why I think that this really makes a huge difference and a huge impact on how to think about all that. Many years ago, I'd say I considered myself a normal person as well. Normal person in terms of I wasn't very conscious about my posture. Yes, I did a lot of sports and so on, but still I wasn't very conscious. And I definitely didn't focus on any specific postural aspects. Some things my parents told me or some doctors told me or something like that, I always dismissed because I always found it was completely for nothing. I did never really understand the concept of why should I work to be upright. Like that's something that I just never really understood, for good reason, as it turned out many years later. Then there came the time when I started to really become conscious about how to move, how to actually position myself, and how to actually create a natural, healthy posture. More importantly, healthy, natural movement, which then results in a natural, healthy posture. And at the beginning, I trained myself in every single situation possible. I trained myself in the train, in, the kitchen, in the bed, while lying down, literally in every single situation. And that was quite interesting. It was a really intense time, and I taught my body a lot back then. What definitely happened was that I created the understanding, the physical understanding in my body, what is a posture that feels natural and comfortable, and what is actually a posture that doesn't feel that good at all, that doesn't really serve me, that on the long term would actually hurt me, literally damaging my structure. But the most important thing, I personally think, is that at some point after you train yourself, you literally regain this conscious connection to yourself, this conscious natural understanding of, oh yeah, it feels much more natural like this instead of like that. Once you have this feeling again, it's really important to let go of the concept of constantly trying to improve and correct your posture. At the beginning, you start to realize, oh yeah, I'm just picking something up from the ground, for instance. And in every single stage of that movement, you literally suddenly stop yourself, recalibrate your structure, and then move forward. Sometimes while getting in the car, sometimes while rock climbing, sometimes while horse riding, whatever you do, it just suddenly pops into your mind, you could correct this, you could correct that. And as mentioned before, this is great to really get literally more books into your movement library and more books into your perceptual library as well. Because every single situation you act conscious in and you correct your posture in is something that gets added to your postural and movement library in a positive sense. Once that's in there, you can always rather quickly pull that book back out again, read through it, and literally put it back in the library, and work with that already at some point in your life literally gained and felt, experienced, sensed way of moving or placing your body, holding your body, however you want to call it. The most important thing is to let go of that again. To let go of the search for problems in every single situation. The search for a postural unintegrity, if that's a word, for a movement to be optimized and so on. It is at that point most likely quite natural to do so. And that's okay. But it's important to let go of this internal drive of having to do it. If you do it because it comes natural, because it just pops into your head, then by all means, just keep doing it. But as soon as you realize, oh, I should do it. Oh, I haven't done it for whole 3 hours. I should do it. If that's the motivation, that's not good. So it's really important at some point to let go of that internal must drive again. Allow for the natural playfulness of your whole system and for the sensory feedback out of your system to tell you when you're so much out of whack, out of line, that you need recalibrating in order not to damage yourself. Allow for that. But other than that, also allow for life. And that is probably the most important thing I can tell you of all. When you do something like that, when you focus on retraining your posture, your movement and so on, do so in a playful and in a healthy and happy way. And allow for life to happen. And sometimes life is not perfectly aligned. Sometimes life also doesn't mean you are in a biomechanical perfect state. But that's fine. That's life. And that also is something that's very important emotionally. More important than being 100% perfectly aligned in every single situation. Both is possible, living and being aligned. Have a wonderful time, thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye guys.